Holly doesn't know at this time yet, right?
No, she doesn't, and nobody else that cares about me knows. And I remember literally lying prostrate in my shower and just sobbing. It was like for the first time that the Lord really let me feel the full weight of what I was doing, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So I called my dad and I told him, and he just cried with me and prayed with me. And he's like, you need some accountability. You need some other guys around you. Um, you're not going to find freedom in this alone. And I told him, I said, I've got to tell Holly. And he was like, well, I'll pray with you if you feel like that's what you need to do right now. And I'm the kind of guy, the phrase that I hear often in the church is, I'm a guy that doesn't let the paint dry, meaning that I do things quickly. I want to get on top of things and get them taken care of. And so I showed up to Holly's classroom. She's a teacher, and I didn't know her schedule, but in God's goodness and in his graciousness, um, when I showed up, she had just taken her kids to a special area, so there's no kids in her room, and we had this moment where I was able to come in, and I sat down at her desk and I put my hands, you know, over my eyes. I started crying, and I said, I need to tell you something. And I just shared with her, I'm addicted to pornography, and I've been addicted to pornography since I was 12, and I've been hiding this from you and from everybody else, and I'm tired of it. I was expecting her to take the ring off and throw it down, and I'm done, get out, leave, tears, slapped. I don't know. I didn't know what. I didn't expect anything good to happen, and she put her arms around me from behind, and she said, I love you. How can I help you? And it was like, man, that was
Wow.
just a really raw moment where, I realized like pornography can't love you back, because love is patient, love is kind, love is not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. And that was how Holly responded to me. She responded to me with the action, the attributes of love. And so this began the process for me of like, man, I want to get some accountability and find some freedom. And so I ended up coming to one of the pastors at the church that I was attending at the time, which was New Vision. I'm now on staff at New Vision, but was just a church member. And I said, this is an issue for me. And they were like, cool, start a group. I was like, okay, that sounds great. So I started a group and we promoted it. And I think I had 6 guys show up, and man, it was powerful. That first group was super powerful. Those guys that I know of all are walking in freedom today, have healthy marriages, and are guys who are, consistent in the church and in their faith. And they found some freedom, and it just kind of progressed where when somebody would call the church and say, hey, this is an issue that I have going on, they started sending people to me. And so I jokingly was given the nickname by some of the guys on staff, the Pop, the pastor of pornography, which